your generation is a very powerful generation.
And they are about everything that we've gone through, right?
Yes, to disempower the most powerful generation sitting on the most wealth, when you have the ability through sitting on this wealth, through having these businesses to then sell businesses or bring on youth, we could have really the world of our dreams right now if only we empowered instead of disempowered this generation. But there are very people in elites who want to have monopolies, and they don't want that to happen.
Oh, no,
because
they don't.
that is a huge threat.
Somebody told me once, we're like a $1 billion business.
It's a $1 billion business, but it become your business.
Right. You think all those companies that you worked for and you gave your all to, do you think they charged like nothing for your services? They didn't give it to you. So it's a high time you get it for yourself.
Yes.
And that's what we did. And I helped him. We did a lot of energy clearing because I realized a lot of the things that were holding people back, they were, I did a lot of surveying. I was like, okay, what's going on here? And like a lot of people, they were complaining about the money. They were complaining about their health. And they were like, I just want my health. I want my money. And I'm like, why? Why? What's the big why? And the big why was we all wanted to be alive again. We wanted to stop being invisible. And we thought if we get our health back and our wealth back and everything else, we would stop being invisible. But the bottom line is we wanted to feel alive again. And then I started doing a lot of work with different people. And I realized it wasn't that we didn't want it. It wasn't that we didn't have the ability. It's that, we lived a long time. And over those 60, 70, 80 years, we built up a hell of a lot of lies and a whole bunch of stories and a whole bunch of labels and things that people just kept putting on us and putting on us and putting on us. And it was kind of like a butterfly. When a butterfly is getting ready to morph again, it gets wrapped in these cocoons. They keep getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And that's sort of what our life has been like. And it wasn't necessarily always for bad reasons. A lot of the times it was really to protect us for whatever reasons at the time that it happened. When we were children, to protect us so we didn't get hurt. When we were young adults who needed to, take care of our families. These were all protective things that were said. But they're not relevant to now and who we are today.
It's not about a fountain of youth. It's about a fountain of life. Yeah. When you start to be who you are, or tap into who you really are instead of what you've been told you're supposed to be, it's like a whole different world.
Yeah. And the truth is, we've lived 60, 70, 80 years. So we bloody know who we are. We just forgot.
You hope. Some people don't.
Well, some of them do. Believe it or not. The ones who said, I never knew. We keep going. We keep going back. We keep on layering. Some of them have to go all the way back to when they were little kids. And then they were like, do you know, I used to always do this. But, the grown-ups said no. And these guys said no. And they said no. I said, yeah, but who's here to tell you no anymore? Except you. So stop saying no.
Yes. Yes.
And it's so exciting because they go, wow. And I said, stop calling it a bucket list. Because when you're living your life for your death. And somebody said to me the other day, they said, Judy, are you ignoring that we're going to die someday? I said, absolutely not. We're all going to die someday. That's a fact of life. However, if you ask somebody 30 years ago, when did they think probably death would come? They'd probably tell you around 70, 60, 70, 80. But you know what? Now that we're here, 60, 70, 80, we realize we could probably go to about 100 or more. So who's to say in 20 years that really is the end number?